Yo peeps, I'm back again. It's BLK. Another review for you today. I'm sitting here, I'm rocking this Spiders from Mars shirt. This is the only shirt I've actually played football in and won some kind of silverware. But get into this review. So today we're going to be reviewing Westfields Academy in Watford. Westfield. The venue for today's game. Went to play football there. Been there, playing there a couple of times. I play with a team called Sons of Pitches in one of the leagues. Pretty good venue. So first of all, talk about the complex itself. It's a really good venue. I think it's one of those places that is not really made for five-a-side football specifically. I actually do think it's part of a school or some kind of academy complex or something like that that kids can go to and play. There have been a couple of times, which I've been pissed off about, that we've gotten there, shown up, and then there's been an event. It's in Watford, it's quite near Vicarage Road Stadium, for all you Watford fans out there. It's quite close to the stadium, and we've gotten there, and there have been a few training events that Watford hold for the kids. And they've played, and then it's meant our matches have been cancelled. Now, I live in North London, I live in Highbury, so if I trekked all the way to Watford and I've been told that I'm not going to play football.
Excuse me? Fuck, you can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Anyway, I've kept my cool. But yeah, it's in a place called Toll Pits Lane. Good place, it's a good venue, good people. The venue is like a gym complex. Sometimes you look through the window, you see a couple old ladies doing yoga and stuff. There's multiple activities going on there, so it's really a sporty place. Gym's pretty big, pretty large for a complex itself. It's not like it's Fitness for Less or one of those big gym companies, but there is a nice gym there. The staff there are nice. You know, they greet you when you walk through the door. As you walk through the door, you've kind of got a Sport England sign on the wall, which kind of lets you know it's a sporting complex that you can go into, and there's a lot of people going to be being really active there. And it's really an area, I think Watford in general is an area which encourages a lot of sports. I mean, I've played most of my football in that area, despite me living in North London, so it's really been one of those places where I find that there's an infectious football culture again. And there's a lot of young people, I mean, they start early. I've played with everything from teenagers to adults. And yeah, it's been a blast. It's been really good out there. So the venue itself is good. It's got a lot of Watford memorabilia on the walls, which I find quite good. I think in terms of keeping that culture there, making sure that they go to that club afterwards. It's really close to the stadium, but I think Watford have really put a hand into the community. There's a lot of signed shirts which are framed and mounted on the wall. As you walk through the front doors, there's a picture of Troy Deeney on a poster and another lady from Watford Ladies, I'm presuming. I mean, sorry love, I do not know your name, but you're probably better footballer than me. They really hammer home the fact it's Watford, and there's a big football culture there, and I think their academy is quite buzzing. In the league I actually play in, there's a team called Watford Boys, which is one of the younger teams, which is probably Watford graduates or Watford students who play in the league. It's a six-a-side league. I mean, there's really a lot to see in the complex to do with Watford, but there's not really much to do with like socializing, hanging around. It's really you go there for your sports and you come out. As I said, the gym area is good. There's a big hall, there's a basketball court behind it, so you know, if you want to shoot some hoops, if you think you're Russ Westbrook or somebody like that, you can go in there and shoot some hoops, but I'm only here for the football. Getting on to the actual changing rooms. Now, you see, I have this thing that I do for every football game. I can't help. I need to do a number two. Okay, cool. Too much information, but I have to do a number two before I play. Can't be playing football on a full stomach. But I'm always going into the disabled toilet and making the most of it. It's quite spacious. It's got a shower and all of that. I haven't actually really pushed myself to go into the changing room, but it's quite tight. I've been in there a couple of times. It's quite tight. It's one of the smaller changing rooms. There's not that much space. There's a couple showers, but there's not that much space in there, so it would be quite a cramped place. And considering how many teams do play on the pitches, there's not really multiple changing rooms for the multiple functions that the complex holds. So it's like you've got one changing room for men, one for women, whether you're playing football, whether you're playing basketball, whether you're a team, whether you're anything. It's just one changing room each. They've got a few toilets dotted around. Most of them are locked most of the time, and the changing rooms are locked after a certain time. So if you happen to have a 9:20 kickoff, which is usually what we get where I can make it, there's no dice for you. You have to change before you get in there, or you have to go into one of the toilets and change. So I think it lets it down a little bit on that, because there isn't no open space or any open space for you to go and change and, you know, have your privacy and also kind of have a shower when you're done. It's really much a go there, do whatever activity you want to do, go home and sort yourself out, do your hygiene at home. Don't come here for hygiene unless you're a member of the, you know, the complex, or you're a member of the gym or one of the clubs that they have going on there. Front desk is really nice. I've always got no phone battery by the time I get there, so I asked them to charge my phone, and they've always got my back. They've always got a charger for me, so they really help you out. The people are really friendly, they're quite calm. They probably don't get too many people coming in and no hustle and bustle like, you know, another five-a-side complex would. So yeah, they're really nice people. Customer service is on point. Got a lot of vending machines there if you want to get your snack on before the game. Got a drinks vending machine which helps, but they don't have a social area, so there's no beers afterwards. There's no kind of team camaraderie. As I said, it's a football place, so I'm not really going to go into much detail about what the complex is like in terms of anything else, because it is what it is. It's just a complex that you go to do a sport, you go home afterwards, and that's it. With regards to the pitches themselves, now this is where this place excels. I love this pitch. I think it's been newly laid. It's one of the new 3G pitches, one of the new ones I've been on. It reminds me of some others that I've played on that I really enjoy playing on. It's really soft and bouncy. It's still got that new fresh feel, so if you want to play there, get down there ASAP, because it's still got that bouncy feel. I mean, I told you before, I usually wear AstroTurfs on pitches, but this is the one place that I felt comfortable wearing molds or artificial grass studs, that I think I have them on my Nike Magistas, and they work fine. The rubber crumb is so bouncy, so delightful. You don't feel like your foot is having a hard smack. It's literally just softly just adheres to your foot. So when you're running, you feel like you're running on a cloud, basically. What can I say? The ball moves quickly on the grass. It doesn't stick to it. It doesn't get static. You know, they play with the proper quality balls. The balls move nicely on the grass. I mean, you want to ping a pass across the floor from one end of the pitch to the other, you're not going to have to worry about it bobbling and moving to the side. It literally goes, just zooms to the player, zooms to wherever you want to go. When you're running with the ball at top speed, I know there's some places which kind of make you have to alter your speed, or you always feel like you're kicking the ball from behind you because the ball's not rolling at the pace it should. This place, none of those problems. It's a really good pitch, really good dynamic, well lit, massive. I think they've got it's basically two 11-a-side pitches which are put together, but then they split the pitches in half and they rent out one of the pitches. So it's two 11-a-side pitches side to side. This one's split and the two 6-a-side games going on here, and this one's a full 11-a-side pitch that you can play on. The goals are similar to the size of like a goals complex 7-a-side pitch. Then the narrow type, they're quite high and tall, so they're not like the low 5-a-side goals. They're quite high and tall, but they're really, really narrow. So you have to play well. You have to get quite close to shoot. I mean, shooting from distance, once again, it's up to the keeper if they're going to do their job or not. But shooting from close is probably the way forward. It's a really good pitch. I think the 6-a-side pitches, when they split those pitches, they're really good counter-attacking pitches. If a team presses high against you and you've got quick players, it's amazing to counter-attack because it's wide enough. You can spread the ball from one side to the other. I think 6 is the perfect amount of players to get on that pitch, because you can play good football, fast football, and the pitch really helps you with that. The price, now this is the great part about this. Now, I've paid so much money to play football in different places. I mean, I've paid £10, you know, I've paid £14 in places. Okay, I was double booked, or I didn't pay the week before, but I paid a lot of money to play on pitches, and I don't think I've seen the quality of pitch that I deserve for the money I've paid. But here, you've got this quality pitch, and I'm telling you, it's like £5 a game. Sometimes I've paid £4 a game, depending on how many players show up, but it's really cheap. It's a really cheap pitch. It's great to, you know, take out £10 and give them only half and still have a fiver to play with. You know, you can play twice if you want to, but it's really good. I think it's quite economical, and I'll definitely suggest, if you are living in the Hertfordshire area or in the Watford area more specifically, you need to get yourself down to this pitch. It's a really good pitch for you to kind of enter a team in, and it's quite fun. The leagues are competitive. There's a good quality. I mean, everywhere in Watford, the quality of football is quite high. It's because it's a football culture. Everybody plays football. I mean, everyone and their dog. It's the one place I played 11-a-side and 7-a-side and 6-a-side and 5-a-side that people actually come and watch, just for the fact of coming to watch a game. They haven't come to play. They don't play for another team. They've just come to watch either their son, their brother, or just their friends. And I think it's really good to be there. You do get a lot of, you know, people who take it quite seriously, but that's what you want when you play football. You don't want to go somewhere and play a non-competitive game unless you're going to have a kickabout with friends. So yeah, it's a really good place. I think overall, for the price as well, it does really well. I think that kind of makes it even better than it is somewhat. I think with the league, when you join with a team, you get a free kit. Now we've got, this isn't the kit that I'm wearing now, but we've got actually a free kit from them. Actually, 2 seconds. So, as I was saying, we got given a kit. Here it is. It's just a standard Nike shirt. And it's got a badge on it. See? Can you see heart 6s? And they print their badge on it. And everybody who joins the league gets one. All the players in the team get one, everybody who's registered, and I think that's a great thing. People end up wearing red t-shirts, someone wears a black shirt, you have to wear smelly ass bibs and just disgusting. So from them giving your team a set of shirts in the beginning that you can keep, I think that's great. Keeps you all uniform and, you know, lets you play in unison as a team, and it means you don't have to wear those smelly bibs. And the one thing I would moan about is that of late the balls have been coming a little bit shoddy for this 6-a-side league. I don't know if there's any other leagues that operate there, but the balls have become a bit shoddy and pieces are starting to flake off, so you kind of need to fix that because it's fucking up the games. Barring that, it's really good pitch, good atmosphere, good people there, good complex, reasonably priced. So I would say I'd give this place a 7 out of 10. I think just the price bumps it up because it's so expensive to play football anywhere in England, let alone London or connecting areas to London, and to be able to play a match for £4 or £5, maximum £6, is just a joy. And to have such a good pitch as well, to be playing on such a quality pitch for that price, it's amazing. I'd give it a try. So it's the Westfields Centre, it's in Talpits Lane in Watford. Go on, check it out. I'll leave you with that until I'm back again with another review for that ass. Not for the ass, just...
You know I'm Southside born and raised.